team, and this I am the sole owner. Taking a look at like Jennifer Lopez or someone like that. Oh, getting ready now, and we're sending out texts and everyone. Dick Dragons, he's won no awards for being stupid as hell out there. We already got a viewer. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable response coming in for this show. Nobody talks about me. I'm David Beck. I look in my underpants. No one talks about that. No one talks about how many goals I've scored. No one talks about my wife Posh. No one talks about my 2 kids. All they want to talk about is a guy with a lisp and his first name's Dick. That's all everyone wants to talk about, is this guy named Dick Dragons. I tell you what, I've done more in my life than Dick Dragons ever could. And that's just the facts, folks. Dick Dragons, he's not a very smart person. That Dragons, he's not a smart one. But all you want to talk about is Dick. He is a nice man, though. He's not very smart, but he's very nice. On the show this week, obviously I'm doing something right, because last week they only gave me 2 minutes, and this week they gave me 5. And I think they gave me a little bit too much, because I've run out of stuff to say very easy on this show, because this is the show before the show. I'm David Beckham. I'll tell you a story here a little bit later on. We were going out when I was playing for United back in England and Manchester, and that's where I got my modelling career started. I started being a little bit, just wearing my underpants around. A lot of the lads like to see me in my underwear. I walk around. The next thing I know, I'm modeling underwear. And the next thing I know, I'm dating all 5 of the Spice Girls. Don't let anybody fool you. I'm not married to Posh. I'm married to all Spice Girls. Don't let anybody tell you any different, because I'm David Beckham. And this is the show before a show. A lot of you are at home getting ready. You're tuning in to listen to Dick. He's coming on a little bit. I warm up the seat for him here. You're probably saying to yourself, your first time viewer, you're saying, what is Dick in your face? Well, I can't explain it to you. It's just a bunch of nonsense is all it is. Really, it's just a bunch of nonsense. It's a stupidest show. It's the stupidest show. Everybody tunes in, and their wives are tuning in, and they put a lot of pressure on a stupid show because it just is a bunch of nonsense. Just like this show, because I'm David Beckham. This is the show before a show. How many of you out there are able to comment, just say, hey, we like David Beckham better than Dick Dragons, and then everything will be solved. Dick Dragons will get fired. I'll step in and I'll take over. It'll be more of a civilized show. We won't have anyone as silly as Dick Dragons on here. No one as near as stupid as him. It's the show before the show, but it could become the show that is the show if you come in and you say, hey, I want David Beckham. I want him over Dick Dragons. That's all you got to do. You got to get on there. You got to say, this is David Beckham. And this, oh, did you get it? We got a little bit of things going on here in the studio as Dick is getting ready. Now that he's apparently in a building, I'm going to have him talk nice about him. This is David Beckham. Like I said, I'm here in LA. Well, I'm actually here in Kansas City, but my home's in LA. I've flown all the way out here just for this 5-minute show. I don't even listen to this show. I'm going to get back on the plane and head back to LA right after this. This is just a bunch of nonsense. It's the show before the show. It's I'm David Beckham. But you need to make it the show that is the show again. David Beckham needs to take over. Dick Dragons needs to get fired. He just gobbles up a bunch of nonsense. Alright, well, no one wanted to do anything different about it. So with that being said, we're getting ready. It's 9:45. It's a moment that you all been waiting for all week. Excuse me, Dick is a little late to the studio, apparently. Not really sure what's going on. He says it's a Thanksgiving special. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a day of the week you've all been waiting for. It's time for Dick in Your Face. And ladies and gentlemen, it's Dick Dragons! He's saying a lot of mean stuff about me and I don't appreciate that. But this is Dick Dragons and this is Dick in Your Face! And this is my Thanksgiving special. I hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving. I hope the Thanksgiving turkey brought you everything that you put on your turkey Christmas list. I'm sorry, Thanksgiving list. I hope that you wrote your letters to him and he brought all sorts of magical things. Ho, ho, ho! This is the Thanksgiving turkey coming down your chimneys and bringing all your kids presents. Ho, ho, ho! The Thanksgiving turkey! And this is the Thanksgiving special of Dick in Your Face! Alright, the first thing we're gonna do is say this is Dick in Your Face brought to you by the one and only Turney Financial. If you need any help with your finances, just go on down there to them folks. This is just a true hard facts right here. Just go on down there to them. They'll help you out and that'll be all good. They like Thanksgiving, they sure do. And they like to bring out presents for all the children on Thanksgiving. And they like to hand them out and make sure that all the kids have presents for Thanksgiving and all that good Thanksgiving magic. 'Tis the season, it's Thanksgiving, and now it's time for Dick's Hard Takes! Alright folks, the first thing I want to talk about is the Rams versus the Raiders. That's right. Well, whoa, wait a minute, we got some breaking news here. We got Raji Hastings is on autopilot. Has he dropped out? This is something that has just come to my attention, and man, this is blowing my mind. I knew he was a sore loser, but good grief, he's put himself on autopilot. He's not made the playoffs once this year, folks. He's just probably the worst coach in here. Let me tell you something. He's made the playoffs. He's made the playoffs. Even this guy right here, we're still waiting to hear from Kevin. The only thing I heard from Kevin was BBD, Big Buck Down, and that's it. I ain't heard anything else from him. This guy won the Super Bowl in his first year. This guy went to the Super Bowl in his first year. This guy right here is on autopilot because he sucks. He won't even call in and talk. He's out there partying and stuff with all those harlots. He's out there enjoying things in the world. It's Thanksgiving, brother. You need to come out and realize that this season is a season for coming down on your knees and saying, I need help. Obviously you do. You're on autopilot. You got butt whipped 104 to 36. My goodness, if I got beat that bad, if I was Rodney Hastings, I would just be on autopilot. I guess that makes sense. Man, this is crazy. This has blown my mind. I'm going to go and look at some stuff here. We're going to pull up the league schedule. Dick's Hard Takes has just got a bit of breaking news. If you just joined us, Raji Hastings is on autopilot. And we were waiting to see. I don't know if he's going to call in. I haven't heard from Sharon Peters. She seems to really have the lowdown on all that stuff, even though she's not very good. Here's this. This must be what put him in. Let's look at this here. He got beat 34-20 by the Titans, and he just got dominated on all categories except for one. He won kick returns because, I mean, obviously if you're losing, you're going to be getting more. But look at that number, 69 kick yards, 69. And he got total yards gained 300. Oh, sorry about that, folks. I got a little excited. He's got total yards gained 390. Look at this. He got 330. I would put myself on autopilot too. This is silly. This is silly. Time of possession. He got beaten every offensive category, every defensive category. Then he had the balls to come on in the text after the game in his press conference and say that he got cheated. You didn't get cheated, brother. You got beat. That's just it, fair and square. I mean, you just need to take a page out of your big brother's book here. He just got plain beat by the Raiders. But there was some controversy. It was roughing the passer was called, and here it looks like. Here's the Rams. A roughing the passer was called on the Rams. Robert Quinn came in the backfield and shoestring sacks David Carr. He shoestring sacked David Carr, and David Carr, he was called for a roughing the passer. And I mean, my goodness, that's a bull call. That's all I got to say. And it just wasn't a good scene. I can tell you that much. After the game, all kinds of stuff was being thrown, and caps were being kicked, and really, I just heard that he chased a possum out in the field. Drew Hastings, when he got home, he chased this possum out in the field, just ran all over the place until he found it. He was so mad he gnawed its legs off. That doesn't make any sense, but that's what's happened. And it's just been the nuttiest thing. And hold on, I'm sorry, what's that? Well, I just got some more breaking news. We lost our title sponsor. Turney Financial has dropped their sponsorship of us, folks. They have said that we are not of their liking. And, well, we have to say something. That's heartbreaking right there. We'll see if we can find us another title sponsor. If you want to be a title sponsor, just go to @dickinyourface.com. Swear. By the Raiders. It was 28-13. Really put them in tailspin. Drew Hastings just been sucking just as much of them. Just as much as any of them. I tell you what, that man is just an idiot. That's all I got to say about that. Those two Hastings boys just don't make most sense for each other. And they just have a hard time getting along. Alright, we're going to go to our Rosenstein Diner celebrity line. And see if we can get Jordan Brown on the phone. Here, we're having a little trouble. Oh, here's the phone ringing. Let's see if he answers. You won't find this, folks, on the Clay Travis Show. Calling people live like this, you won't call it. We've not had one not answer the phone yet. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, is this Coach Jordan Brown?
Oh, yeah, it's him.
Hey, Coach, are you in the basement? That's my first question.
Well, for the holidays, I got let out to have some turkey yesterday.
That's great.
And, scout some other future opponents. So.
Oh, that's great. Is it true that when you're let out, you still have to wear a leash?
No, I think those are just rumors just spread around by the Jags coach, Caleb Lowry, trying to just start some things.
He really
trying to distract my players.
He really likes to spread rumors, doesn't he?
Well, I just call him like I see him. I don't know if it's something that he just likes to do or if it's just something it just seems it's out there a lot. I just kind of call him like I see him.
What do you think goes through his mind when he just comes off with stuff like that? I mean, what's he thinking?
Well, I think he's just he's had a great year this year. His team's been playing great, and I think he's just trying to I guess reap the benefits while he can. I mean they've been winning a lot of games, scoring a lot of points, and I think that maybe he's trying to get all he can get while he can.
Okay, Coach Brown, this is a question that everybody in America has been waiting for all week. Would you rather cut your big toe off without anesthesia or drink a cup of diarrhea?
I think I would rather drink a cup of diarrhea.
Why?
Because then I would still have both of my big toes.
That's a very good point, but what if the diarrhea is poisoned?
Is this poison that I could get over, or poison that would kill me?
It's up for your discretion. That's part of the would you rather. You're taking a chance there. You're either gonna bleed out or not by cutting your toe off, or if you drink some diarrhea, you're gonna be really refreshed and full, or you're gonna die because of the poison.
I'll have to just roll the dice on that one, I guess, to see what happens.
So you're going with diarrhea?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, this is a question America's been wanting to hear. I can't answer it for you, brother. This is your life in the balance.
I think I can survive without a big toe, so we may go that route.
Wow, he's changed his mind. He's a flip-flopper, folks.
Anesthesia. Who needs anesthesia?
Anesthesia's overrated. Actually, I got a whole back room full of anesthesia. It ain't overrated. It's awesome, folks. Let me just tell you that much.
I gotta restock my basement too with mine.
Hey, well, you want to come on over? We got some anesthesia. I live out here in Kansas City, Missouri, though. So heads up. Now, the next thing I gotta ask you, Coach Brown, you were spotted at Black Friday. Are you one of those crazy people that goes to Black Friday?
Well, I just sometimes just take the opportunity to just get out and spend some time with the family, or however that may be. Sometimes maybe that's on Black Friday, maybe it's on whatever it may be. It's just one of those things that just kind of happens.
Is it true that you have a family picnic every other day?
I wouldn't say it's every other day. I would think it's just as often as possible. It could happen every other day. It could just happen. Could be a few misses every now and then, but.
Do you drink diarrhea at your picnics?
Well, I think we already answered that question, Dick. I don't think we need to go through that one again.
Okay. What do you think about the roughing the passer call that was made on the Rams?
I think it was a bang play, and it's one of those judgment calls. It's just hard to. I mean, in the moment, I think for a referee, it's hard to second guess on some of those bang plays like that. I think he could have won either way.
Do you think that turned the game? I mean, what was going through your mind when that play was called?
Well, just to be honest with you, Dick, that's been a few weeks now, and it's hard to even remember what happened there. I just remember that. I think if I remember correctly, we had the lead already at the time, so it could have may have helped.
It was actually 13-0 Rams.
Oh, was that? Oh, okay. Well.
Hey, that's okay. You won the game. That's all I would want to remember. Hey, Coach Drew Hastings said you're the best coach in the league. What do you think about that?
Well, Coach Drew Hastings. What else you got to say? They won the Super Bowl last year, so anything he says is holds a lot of weight with me, and I really appreciate those kind words. But I mean, we haven't even made it to the Super Bowl yet, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves on calling on those kind of comments. But I do appreciate what he said, and it was a really hard-fought game. We just had a couple things that went our way in that matchup. So
should Drew Hastings send Pancho Guzman?
Well, they have a pretty good year, and he is a pretty young quarterback. So I think that he needs to kind of play it out and see where it goes. And for one, they've got a fantastic defense that can kind of help him ride the ship for a little while and help him continue to improve and get better. But that's up to Coach Hastings and his coaching staff, and they'll make. I'm sure they'll make the right decision. They're a great coaching staff. So.
I hear you. What do you think about Roger Hastings? He's on autopilot. Do you think he's a sore loser?
Well, I think they've had a rough year this year. I think they've had a lot of things that's went against them, but I think they're trying, now that some things have happened, they're just getting ready to rebuild for next year. So.
What do you think about his cocaine and prostitute addiction?
Well, I hate that that's what he's for what I've heard anyway. I've not talked to him personally about this, but I hate that he's went to doing those things. But I think he seems to be getting out of it maybe after his rehab, and I hope that he can move on from this, and maybe it'll be a teaching thing, and who knows, maybe this could be something he could use to help other people later on in life.
Okay, my last question. What did the Thanksgiving turkey leave under your Thanksgiving tree? Did he bring you the presents that you were wanting?
Thanksgiving tree.
Yeah, the Thanksgiving tree. You know, you put lights on it. You write a letter to the Thanksgiving turkey, and he brings you a present. You know, if you're a bad boy, he brings you a lump of coal, or he might poop in your stocking, or, you know, or if you're a good boy, he'll bring you what you wanted, like maybe a dirt bike, or maybe like a football, or a Red Ryder, or something like that. You know, you know what I'm talking about. You believe in the Thanksgiving turkey, don't you? He's got reindeer and all that good stuff.
This is the first I've heard of this, but
Wow.
I've heard of a Thanksgiving turkey. But I mean, he did get me Amari Cooper back in my lineup this past week, and so whoever brought it, it was definitely a great thing because he's starting to really help our offense get back on track. So.
Wow. Well, congratulations on your present, and I appreciate you taking the time and answering my phone call because you never know when crazy old Dick's calling. I appreciate you.
Hey, thank you. Anytime, Dick.
All right, well, have a good night. Thank you.
You too.
Thanks. Wow, what a classy guy, Jordan Brown. He really sounded like Butch Jones there. He avoided all the good questions. He flip-flopped a little bit on that diarrhea question. If it was up to me, I mean, I would probably drink the diarrhea, to be honest with you. I'd take my chances on that. But, man, he's a classy guy, that Jordan Brown. Too bad he has to be locked up in the basement, and too bad he has to be stuck on a leash all the time. That was Jordan Brown of the Oakland Raiders. I'm going to give me a drink of water here real quick, folks. That's right, in the studio we are playing our Thanksgiving music for Thanksgiving Day. And we hope that you all enjoyed your Thanksgiving. This is our Thanksgiving special. My Thanksgiving wish this year was for peace in the NFL, and it happened. I thought it happened, but it turns out it's not happened. And, you know, Caleb Lowry was stretching out some olive branches, and then all of a sudden, there's back to trash talking, and Jordan Brown's blaming conspiracies on him, and all kinds of stuff. He's running the score up on the Dolphins, 104-0. Wow. All right. It's time for our next segment, and our next segment of the show is brought to you by Red Turner Sporting Goods. If you want something that's brand new from 1995, like some 95 Nikes, or maybe some brand new fresh state championship back-to-back gear from the White County Warriors, come on down to Red Turner's. We've got good old clothes that are brand new, and we got all kinds of stuff like the mid-90s Nike apparel, mid-90s Nike Finley apparel, Finley Falcons. A lot of people like to call our stuff old. We just like to call it vintage. Come on down to Red Turner's. We're next door to the BP. Right there on Blockman Way. Right there real close to the Love Shack. Who would have thought? All right. Well, we're going to move on here, and we're going to talk about the Tennessee Titans. Justin Turney's been a little bit of a controversial figure the last couple of days. He got beat there, and then he dropped a lot in a row. Let's get his schedule pulled up here. But he finally straightened out and beat the Dolphins, and apparently that was the final nail in the coffin for Raji Haston and sent him overboard. Let's see here. You can see he lost to the Bengals. He lost to the Colts and the Eagles and the Jaguars. Look at that. He went through a stretch where he was 1-4. But that's okay, folks. All is good once you beat the Dolphins. They are the remedy. And that is what you need when you're going in a slump. All you got to do is play Raji Haston because apparently he's too worried about those women on the sideline. Let's see if we can call Sharon Peters and see if she's got an update on Raji Haston's situation. I know that she's not a very good reporter, but she is usually pretty close to the situation there. You know, she's always keeping on and talking about Coach Haston and all those things. And we'll see if we can get her on the line.
Your call has been...
Oh, no, she's forwarded us to voicemail. Well, I don't blame her for not answering. Okay. Our next segment of the show, folks, This has really not been a busy week in the NFL, I can tell you that much. One thing that I would like to make you all aware of is fluoride. The government is putting fluoride in our water, and they say that it's helping out our teeth, but that's just not the case. I mean, the fact is what they're doing is fluoride has properties of brainwashing material. Now, this brainwashing material goes in there, and you got all these news outlets saying all this stuff, and you start believing, and you start, for lack of a better word, you start drinking the Kool-Aid that they're giving on TV. I have no problem myself just drinking out of the good old river here. It doesn't bother me any because I'm not controlled by the government. I can tell you that much. You got this fluoride, these people coming in there. You might have pretty teeth, and I might not have any teeth at all, but I tell you what, I got a good mind. I got a right mind. People come in here, they get the fluoride, they drink this fluoride in the water, they listen to what the government says. The next thing you know, they're having all kinds of division like we've got going on in America right now. And then the next thing you know, they're going to declare martial law on us. And then what they're going to do is they're going to break in all the National Guard who's also on brainwashed fluoride. They're going to come in and march in your towns. They're going to come into your homes. They're going to tell you to put away all your guns, and if you don't, they're gonna kill you right there on the spot, and it's just gonna turn into a slave state where all we're gonna be doing all day is mining rocks and just running all over the place and squirting nothing for the government. All right. Anyways, folks. If you're needing some discounted boots, but you didn't know that this place really existed, if you're needing some discounted boots and you want some fried chicken, come on down to the Red Dot Boot Store. We're inside the sales station next to the Walmart. We also got some Chester fried chicken, and guess what? If you want to get some gas, it's a sales station. That's what I said first. So come on down. I mean, you get your boots, you get your chicken, you get your gas, you get your booze. You got it all right there. That's every night I sit home and I say to myself, man, I could go for a new pair of boots and a big old box of chicken. And we don't have that here in Kansas City, but you got it there in Sparta. You got the chance to go say, hey, I'll take the 10 and some Red Wings and a 3-piece chicken strip dinner right there at the Riga Shell next to Walmart. All right, folks. Well, we're having a big time here. It's our Thanksgiving special. Let's see here what we can do. We've got a calling a surprise guest. Let's see if they answer. This is part. Hello.
Hello?
Is this Coach Turney?
This is him.
Wow. Thanks for answering. I wanted to make sure that you were a part of the Thanksgiving special. First off, I got to ask you, Coach, did the Thanksgiving turkey bring you the presents that you were hoping for your Thanksgiving tree?
I must have been a good boy because he came and saw me, Dick.
Well, he didn't come and see Coach Brown. What do you think about that?
Well, that doesn't surprise me, seeing as Coach Brown's in the basement. He probably couldn't find him in the first place.
Do you think that he's in the basement because he's a bad boy?
I think so. I think that's got to be the reason. Why else would he be in the basement?
That's a good question. I'll tell you why he's in the basement, because spankings just don't work anymore.
Might have to try the belt out. That usually works.
I'm sure my sources have told me that the belt has been active, if you can know what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah, but it didn't work. It's ineffective, and he is in the basement. Now, I got a question for you, and all of America has been wanting me to ask you this. Would you rather take an axe and chop off your nose, or would you rather lick the butt crack of a dirty, old, sweaty, 300-pound truck driver?
I'm going to tell you, Dick, I'm going to have to go with licking the butt crack.
I always thought you were that kind of guy.
Well, I do need my nose, so I think I can take just a quick 2 seconds and knock that out and keep my nose.
That's pretty good. I tell you what, though, if you were really a smart man, what you would say is cut my nose off and then let me lick that driver's butt, because then I can't smell what's going on down there. You know what I'm saying?
Dick, then I just lost both ways.
Well, did you lose or did you win? Because you got to do one or the other. And, I mean, you can look at it as butt.
I like where you're going with that.
Yeah, thank you. Now, the next question I've got to ask you is this. Rocky Hastings is on autopilot. What do you think about that?
I think what's happened there is Coach Hastings, he decided he's only got a few days left in Miami, so he decided to just full throttle his cocaine and prostitute addiction, knock it out, just really get in there real deep, and then he's going to go to another city, so enjoy his last few days in Miami.
Get in there real deep. Classic. Oh, my gosh. No wonder we lost our title sponsor. This show is out of control, folks.
Hey, Dick, I want to tell you got some false information on that. Turning Financial is still a title sponsor. That's probably the Jags spreading another rumor, but Turning Financial is prime sponsor, title sponsor for the Big Dragon Show.
What do you think about Coach Caleb Lowry? Has he calmed down, or has he just gotten even more wilder?
Listen, I think he went through. He got calmed down. Dick, I think he did make an impression on him, but he's scoring a lot of points now. He got cocky again, and he's just falling off the deep end. But let's see if he wins the Super Bowl first.
I hear you. I
think he's getting a big head on him, and when that happens, sometimes you fall out. So we'll see if the Jags can hold through.
I hear you. Well, Coach Turney, I appreciate you being on the show. Put your baby to sleep, because it's late night. Have a good night, sir.
Hey, it was an honor, Dick. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you, sir. Thank you. Merry Thanksgiving.
Merry Thanksgiving, Dick.
Thank you. Oh, I accidentally hung up on him, but I will have to tell you what, that's a class act too right there, that Coach Turney. I just want to make sure that I had him on there. He's had a tough stretch there, and we could have asked him about it, but it's Thanksgiving, folks. This is the day after Thanksgiving. The Canadians and the British, they call this Boxing Day. It's when you have to return all your gifts that Thanksgiving turkey brought you that you may have already had. I'll tell you a quick story here about Thanksgiving. Excuse me. My mom, when I was a little young lad, she, back in middle school, Skechers boots were really cool, and I got some Skechers boots. I really wanted some. Well, I was blessed enough to get some Skechers boots, and then I was called a poser at school. That's a true story. Anyways, my mom just got the idea while I was in high school, when Skechers weren't cool anymore, she was just gonna keep on buying me Skechers. I got Skechers for 3 years in a row, and I tell you, after that period, you just gotta say, "Hey, Mom, Skechers just aren't cool anymore. Can you please find me like some Nikes or something?" And that's what I told her. That's the truth. Oh my goodness! Oh, the time is getting away from us here, folks. All right, folks. I got a question for you. Do you have a hurt back? Well, I know a place to go. There's a chiropractor in Sparta. Never would have guessed it, but there is. Usually, you have to go to Cookeville for these kind of comforts, but no longer do you have to. Come on down to the Kirby Clinic. We're on Spring Street, right across from the Blue Tick General Store. Come on down and see us and get your back straightened out. That's right, that Kirby Clinic. All right, we've got an unknown caller calling in on the show. Let's answer this phone call. Oh, and apparently I missed a call. Hey, caller, call back in. I'll answer the call, even if you are. That's something I want to talk about real quick, folks. Now, I know that the name of my name is Dick, and that's a word for something that can be nice or cannot be nice. It depends on how you're looking at it. But, you know, and the name of it is in your face, and I get right there, and I get in your face, and I get up in there, and a lot of people have been taking that. Oh, and here's our caller. Hello, this is the Dick Dragon Show. Dick in your face, you're live.
Hey, Dick. You know, you said you got called a poser because of them Skechers?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're still a poser.
Who is this? Who is this? Because there's people calling in. There's people calling in harassing me. This is not the time. It's Thanksgiving Day. You know, Thanksgiving turkeys flying all over the place. You're supposed to be wishing me a Merry Thanksgiving, not calling me a poser. Anyways, like I was saying, you know, the fact is, folks, I mean, I'm just not going to lie. This is a highly rated show. You know, the week before that, we had a lot of views. We had like over 30, which is a YouTube record for me. And then I don't even know how many we had. I know at the end of the show last week, we had about 13 or 14 views. Well, the fact is, there's just not that many people that I know that have access to this show. That means there's people from outside of this dynasty that's been watching that. The name of the show's Dick in Your Face. I gotta tell you something, folks. I don't want to know what you've all been searching on YouTube to find my show. Y'all need a moment to look in the mirror and look at yourself and say, why am I searching on YouTube Dick in Your Face? And because I tell you, I want to know too. And if you have an answer to that, comment or call me, because I want to put you on air. All right. Now, folks, I got a question for you. Do you have a clock? If you're in the Sparta area, are you like, man, my clock broke, but I got to go get it fixed. I guess I'll have to go to Nashville. No, you don't, actually, because guess what? There's a clock shop in Sparta, and it's appropriately named the Clock Shop. Come on down to the Clock Shop. We're behind Burger King. We'll fix your clock. We'll sell you a new one, and we might give you a little bit more too. We might have like some fine jewelry or stuff like that. I've honestly never been in there, folks. But come on down to the Clock Shop. We'll fix your clock. All right, folks. We've got here, and I got a text here from Coach Lowry. And, the fact is, Coach Lowry, do not fret. I'm calling you right now, sir, because I would not have a Thanksgiving show without you either. This is a Thanksgiving special. We're calling Coach Caleb Lowry. Let's see if he answers.
Hello?
Hey, Coach Lowry, it's Dick. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Dick. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you, sir. And I have to ask you, did the Thanksgiving turkey bring you all the Thanksgiving magic and presents that you wanted?
You know what he did? He brought me a note. I was really looking forward to it. He brought me a note.
Ooh.
And told me how bad I was being as a person
Ooh.
In the NFL. So I didn't get anything.
Luckily, you didn't get anything. You didn't even get a lump of coal?
No, luckily he did not poop in my stocking, so that was good.
Well, that is good. Well, in the end, I guess you really did get a gift there, because nobody wants poop in their stockings.
Well, that's true. That's true, Dick.
What do you think about all these rumors going around? I mean, what do you think about that? First off, I want to tell you something. I wasn't going to leave you out of this show. Don't worry. This is the Thanksgiving special, and you and Coach Turney are my number one callers and my number one news sources. So don't worry about that. But, yeah, what do you think about all the rumors?
Well, let me tell you, listen, it started out bad. I started winning. I started getting a hot head. And I did. I was out of control. I actually went up to Miami.
Oh wow!
I tried to do some cocaine with Coach Haston, but he wouldn't let me in. So I had to go find Johnny.
I was about to say, there's an easy answer to that. You just gotta sign Johnny Manziel on your football team.
Yeah, Johnny was still hanging out in Miami, and so I went through a rough patch, and I got really hot-headed. And really, that's not me. And so, I was hateful and I was rude, and I did start rumors. And I made a statement you really got to me last week, Dick. You were awesome.
No, thank you.
But so this week I tried to be a little more calmer, but I did not start any rumors. And then people start bashing me because I'm winning. And you know what? I'm going to stop being so hot-headed. But I'm going to continue to try to win and win big league. I'm going to win big.
Did you just say big league?
Big.
And I'm going to start winning big league. I thought,
well,
wow.
You know that Donald Trump actually says big league. It's not big league. He says big league.
Oh, well, I apologize for that, sir.
So you'll have to call Donald Trump on that one.
Well, I'll tell you what, between me and him, that's two people who don't talk right, apparently, because I have trouble speaking myself. I mean, if you can't tell. Oh, my goodness. Well.
No, and Dick, let me just tell you. So I'm going to try to keep winning big league. But you know what? I'm also going to calm it down on the forums, and I did not start those rumors. I honestly think that they may be a little nervous about having to play the Jags. That's just my opinion.
Okay, Coach. Well, I appreciate that, and I got a question for you. It's a question that all of America has been wanting me to ask you. Would you rather take your teeth and bite off the toenail of somebody with foot fungus and athlete's foot, and it's just an old big nasty yellow? You got to take it off with your teeth, and you got to eat it. Or would you rather take a bath in diarrhea?
I would definitely rather bite the toenail off someone's foot.
What's your what? Oh, sorry. I was just gonna ask, what's your reasoning behind that?
I don't do well with diarrhea. And so, I mean, diarrhea is going to get in all the crevices that it shouldn't be in. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. There's all kinds of crevices that can sneak into crevices that you didn't even know was there.
Coach Turney said Coach Hastings was getting there all nice and deep. But listen, that's one thing that you don't want to be nice and deep in.
That's right, diarrhea, no way. If there is a such puddle as a human diarrhea puddle, I don't want to be anywhere near that, because the man that was just there, he got some serious problems.
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Well, hey, I appreciate you. Have a Merry Thanksgiving. I hope you had a Merry Thanksgiving. I appreciate you calling in.
Thank you, Dick. And I want to say one thing to the rest of the NFL.
Okay, go in.
We may have some differences, and I may beat most of you all on a normal basis, and I'm sorry for maybe being mean, but I just want to tell y'all Happy Thanksgiving.
Merry Thanksgiving.
Merry Thanksgiving. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Hey, well, I appreciate it. Thanks for calling. Have a good night. I hope all your Thanksgiving wishes have come true.
Thanks, Dick.
Thank you. Have a good night. That's right, folks. That was Coach Caleb Lowry. This is Dick in Your Face, sponsored by Jim Brown's Napa Auto Parts. You want to come in, get some good quality auto parts. Come on down to Jim Brown's. This is Jim Brown's Auto Parts. Dick in Your Face. Caleb Lowry there, he kind of had some backhanded compliments. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to call the man out on it, though. He came out here and he was genuinely concerned about his reputation. It's like my mama always told me, reputation is everything, and that's why she said, that's why you're not much of a person, because, you run out here spreading bigly lies, you know what I mean, and that's not a good way, and that wasn't true. My mom was actually the one spreading lies about me, but anyways, folks, I've got a question for you. That's right, Sparta. I'm talking directly to you. Are you in the market for some sporting goods? Well, guess what? Come on down to Posh's Sporting Goods, because we're only going to be open for business in about 2 weeks, and we're going to close. And here's the crazy thing, folks. If you were saying, hey, I thought you were already out of business like a year or two ago. We were! That's the fact. We were, and we came back, and now we're going back out. We're pulling our Master's Brew on Sparta. Come on down to Posh's Sporting Goods. We're still open. All right. One thing I'm going to cover real quick. We're talking about Pancho Guzman. In case y'all didn't know, Pancho Guzman's mom is from Juarez, which is a very nice little place across the border there. If you've never been, go. It's a good place to go if you like seeing the sights of the cartel, gunfights, people getting shot in the head, stuff like that. It's a great place to go visit. Well, Pancho Guzman's mom crossed the border, and we've received information that Pancho Guzman was actually 5 years old when he crossed the border. And, well, he's here making millions in America, and good for him, folks. I mean, good for him. That's a tough life right there living in Juarez. But, anyways, Pancho Guzman, he's been getting threats that he needs to be sent back to the border. Let's take a look at Pancho here. He's got a quarterback rating of 106, which is still higher than Derek Goff's. I mean, give me a break. Look, he's not very good on the deep ball. He's not very aware, and he's not very fast. But guess what? He can hit those medium and short passes most of the time. Sometimes he doesn't, but golly, he's got a cannon. 92, throw on the run is higher than I've seen in a while. I'm just curious. I want to look at Jared Goff here. Jared Goff was pulled. He's at a quarterback rating of 77.6. Let's see if we can look at some stats here for Jared Goff, some career stats. I'm just interested to see how high his quarterback rating was for last season. Let's see here. We're going to find the ratings. This is new technology here in the studio. Well, there it is, 103.6. His rookie year was at 77.7, and as you can see, he digressed bigly. 77.6 this season from his rookie year. And that's why you're sitting on the bench, Jared Goff, and that's why you're going to get traded. If anybody's looking for a quarterback, the Dolphins, get in touch with the Rams. We're there. I'm an objective journalist. They're looking for some draft picks. But 100.6 to end the season, your rookie campaign. He's got 21 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. That's not great. That's not bad. Let's see if he's in the running for any yearly awards. At the end of the year, folks, the Rams have won the West on a last-second overtime. Well, here's the no-shocker. Look at this MVP race here. Cam Newton, Julio Jones, he's got a huge legacy score. There's Marcus Mario. He's there running. If it wasn't for these two, he would have won the MVP. And then there's our man, Robert Quinn. Robert Quinn, the defensive man. Looks like he's the only defensive guy in this. It's just a bunch of quarterbacks. And this guy, and then this guy. I don't know who that is. But he's probably a quarterback. He's a bunch of quarterbacks. And then Robert Quinn. Let's see if we can look at some AFC awards. Defensive Player of the Year. Obviously, they've not calculated for that. Let's look at well, there's just no awards, folks. I don't know what's going on. This is a good Thanksgiving song. Here comes Thanksgiving turkey. Here comes Thanksgiving turkey. Right down Turkey Lane. All right. Here we go. Here's Offensive Player of the Year in the NFC. Nobody that we know of. Drew Berry's there. Drew Berry's. He was traded in there, and the Bears still stuck. So Kevin, don't feel bad. Let's see what we got. Defensive Player of the Year. It's blank because there's only one answer. It's Robert Quinn. Robert Quinn he broke the record for single season sacks this season. We'll take a look at that real quickly. We're about to wrap up the show here. Rookie of the Year, well, that's this Will Weathersby. Let's see if Pancho Guzman was 6. Good job on you, Pancho. And then let's see the rookies here. Frederick Dobbins, he was 8. Good on you. There's a good future for the Rams there. All right, Offensive Player of the Year. There's Julio Jones and Cameron Newton. Marcus Mario. There's John Brown. Man, the Titans and Jags really lighting it up there. Let's look. Defensive Player of the Year. Tellum Smith, Malek Jackson, Luke Kukula, and Von Miller. And I don't see any Titans there. Let's look at the rookies of the year. Eric Cleveland has won Rookie of the Year for the Dolphins. He was the quarterback, and that's just tell you how bad the AFC's rookies are, because if y'all will remember, he got benched for Jack Mettenberger. My goodness. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year, Lamarcus Stoops. Lamarcus Stoops. And there's Dontavius Dull. Yeah, man. Some good times right there. I'm sorry. Wow, well, we have just been informed that we have lost our second title sponsor. Jim Brown's Auto Parts has dropped us. Folks, if you're wanting some furniture, handmade, and, you say you want it done in 3 weeks and it ends up actually taking 2 months, come on down to the Boutique General Store. We'll get you fixed right up, and it takes a little time, but we'll get you done because we have full-time jobs. All right, it's time for Dick's Shortcuts! All right, it's Thanksgiving, folks. The playoffs are coming up soon. All of the teams have made it again, except for the Dolphins. This is all I got to say. Enjoy this time of the year, because, it only comes around once a year. Your kids light up when they know that the Thanksgiving turkey's been in there. You get the Thanksgiving turkey. If y'all are like my family, and I think all of the family, you go by the store, in your trap and you cook him. Or in our case, we deep fry him, because that's the only way to go. It's a magical time of the year. Everybody's really happy. The playoffs are coming up. Good luck to all the coaches out there. This is my predictions for the upcoming season for the Super Bowl. My prediction is I think that we're going to see the Raiders, and I think that they're going to take on golly. This is embarrassing. Oh, they're going to take on I think they'll take on the Seahawks. The Raiders and the Seahawks. Oakland versus Seattle. Those are some rivals, in case you didn't know. That's my pick. I think the Raiders are going to win the Super Bowl this year. It'll be our third newest coach in 3 years. You're not going to find this diversity on a college campus. You're going to find it right here, diversity on the dynasty. Again, Merry Thanksgiving, folks. I just want to tell you all that I appreciate you all listening in. And, we'll be here next week, 9:45. The show before the show with David Beckham is at 9:40. This is Dick Dragons. You've been listening to Dick in Your Face!